Okay, in this video, we're going to have a look at the advantages and disadvantages of recycling polymers. Okay, let's start with the advantages. So if we recycle polymers, then what it means is that fewer of those polymers, those plastics, will end up in landfill. And we know that if they're in landfill, they're non-biodegradable, so they will take up a lot of space. Second reason is that it means that we're not doing combustion. So many countries will burn their plastics to get rid of them. So if we are reusing, recycling them, there is no combustion of those plastics. And if that happens, then there's no CO2 being released, or we often get toxic gases during that combustion process that can be released as well. Recycling, interestingly, uses less energy than making new ones. So that is a very good reason to do this. The polymers that we've got are obtained through crude oil. So if we are recycling, then it reduces the need to make new plastics, and therefore it saves our supply of crude oil, which is a finite resource. So it reduces demand, or the amount of crude oil. Okay, and the other thing is this is a new process, and that will require jobs. So we will get new jobs created as part of that process. In terms of disadvantages, we know that we can put our plastics in to recycling, and we tend to just throw it all into one. If they are mixed, then the quality of the final polymer that's remade from that, that's recycled from that, is actually reduced. So in here we can say that if the polymers are mixed, which they are going to be at the moment, the final quality of the polymer that's made is going to be reduced. The quality of final polymer is reduced, so we don't end up with as good a polymer in the end. Therefore, what we have to do is we have to put some time and effort into to separate the polymers, and if we therefore have to separate the polymers, then that adds an extra level of expense to the process. The recycling process can only happen a finite number of times. So they can be recycled, but only a finite number of times. Reason why is the strength of the final product decreases. So again, we just can't keep going and going. And the other aspect is that part of this process requires that we melt the polymers so that we can reuse them, and sometimes that process means that harmful gases can be released.